Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR. On the road edition, yet again.
How are you guys doing today?
Y'all, we're moving and shaking today. We've got a big storm on the horizon. It's been sprinkling. I'm actually kind of underwhelmed by this giant storm that they were threatening us with.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of happy about it because the less rain and muddy muckiness right now, I guess kind of the better for us.
Correct.
And it might give us some pockets of sunshine so we can get out there and get some work done on that roof, which we really want to do.
Yep.
But yeah, we're just still playing it by ear.
So we're gonna see how it all plays out, what goes on, and I mean the weather's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know, you can't.
Yep.
As much as you want to try to predict it, you know, it's the one job that you can be wrong 24/7, 365 days of the year and still have a job.
Yeah. Ain't no other job you can be so wrong and keep it. I mean, shoot, you'd be fired a long time ago.
Oh man.
I mean, shoot, even if you work at McDonald's, you get the order wrong too many times, they're gonna can your butt. But I'm just saying. I don't know.
It's definitely dark.
It is.
You know, there were a couple of trees that were down, you know, and whatnot, but not a whole lot of rain, not a whole lot of lightning either.
No.
I'm happy for it. It can stay away.
See, as long as it's not too windy, like if it's overcast like this right now and it's not super gusty wind, then you better believe we're going to be up on that roof. The only thing that's kind of like stopping us a little bit right now is the wind.
Yeah, we have about a sustained 40 mile an hour wind. Yeah. Basically, with gusts of 55. So.
Yeah. Not a smart idea to be on a roof holding a giant piece of metal.
No.
You know?
I mean, some people call it a thrill ride, you know. But
just getting on the roof is enough of a thrill ride for me, okay? I'm just saying, I don't need any more thrills attached to it. No. I'm good. I'm good.
It was hard enough trying not to cut myself with the valleys, let alone a 19-foot, 9-inch piece of metal.
Yeah.
Which is the pieces that we're going to have to mess with next.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm excited though. Like, I'm really happy with the work that you and Mike got done the other day. Getting everything up. I know that valley piece was your nightmare, but you conquered it. And we're going to be able to keep moving forward. So, I mean, all good stuff, man. There are certain parts of this build, though, that really get us tangled in knots, man. Tangled in knots to where you think about it, you work it, you try it, and, you know, you go back to the drawing board and back and forth over and over again. But the thing is, we don't got that quit. There's no quit. You just keep going. As frustrating as it can be sometimes, you know.
You gotta keep on rolling with it, you know.
Gotta keep on going.
That valley piece was definitely getting to me. I'm glad that, you know, we took a break and we ate when we did, and I was able to mess around with two smaller pieces at ground level where I could figure out exactly how is this thing going to meet the point together. Like,
well, it's not just meeting a point. So I talked about it. I know you weren't with me yesterday. I did Real Talk yesterday, and I did talk about it a little bit. You made a template and stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is it's not just getting it to the point, right? It's
overlapping all of them together.
You gotta fold them all into it.
And into each other.
Precisely.
That way it doesn't
leak. And then crimp it. And yeah. Look it. I mean, some people do this for a living all day, every day, and it's, you know, they know it inside, outside, backwards, upside down, and again. We are not those folks. We're reading manuals, and then we're watching, we're going to the good old YouTube University. And I will say, I know I've said it before, I'll say it again, R&R Builders, man, thank you so much for putting those videos out, dude.
Thank you, Kyle.
I mean, I don't think you're ever going to see this video, but if you do, we're grateful to you, brother. Like,
there's so many things that I've looked at from him, and I've picked up on a lot of his little tricks and things like that, but there's only so much that you can read and so much that you can watch, you know, to help you out when you get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Hands-on aspect is a lot more hands-on, and you get to know exactly how it goes together. You know, you could read about it and be like, oh yeah, I know how it goes together, and then you go to do it and you're like, wait a minute, what the heck?
Yeah.
This is not adding up, and let me look at it this way, let me look at it this way. Yeah.
I'm a visual learner, so that's how I learn. I learn by seeing and doing.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be one of the things that used to trip me up, like when we were doing tests and stuff, you know. If a story has enough descriptive things in it to where I can paint a picture in my mind, then I can kind of comprehend and read and retain the information. When I was doing school, you know, if it was just straight fact, it would go in and then right out. If it was something more of fact with a little bit of descriptive things and painting that picture that I can actually see it in my mind, then it would help me to actually like remember it and then see it. And I remember things differently and I learn things differently.
That's how I remember things. A lot of the things that I look at and it's like, okay, let me read this thing, and if I read it just straight up being like it's a fact and there's no really descriptive aspect to it at all, I have to research that one thing multiple times to find that descriptive and to make and piece it all together to where it's like, oh, it retained in my brain, and then on to the next. So
see, and I can be kind of auditory too, though. Like song lyrics, I'll hear a song once and I'll have the song memorized and I will never forget it. And that actually used to help me out really well in school. You remember the cartoon Conjunction Junction, what's your function? I remembered that program on PBS taught me so much, man. And like, because it took all the things and it turned it into songs, and they had the state songs where you learn all of the states and you could put them in alphabetical order. I know the kids have learned that song too, right? Yeah, so like, and it helped, like certain things like that where it's auditory and it turns it into something else. That's how my brain works, and it retains the information. It kind of creates something in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blame it on my ADD, baby. But anyways, we're on the road today. We're gonna go take Miss Julia in to get them braces tightened, huh?
Yep.
And I'm gonna get the blue stuff that's on the top off, and also I'm gonna get a new color.
Yeah. Ooh, fancy pantsy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're gonna go get this the appointments taken care of and all the things. I don't think we're gonna be out and about too late today. When we're done with Fort Smith, because we are driving to Fort Smith right now. We're all the way to the big city. When we get back with that, we got to go and pick up those kittens, the cats that I dropped off yesterday. They should be all done now. And man, I'm so grateful that they're done, because that means that they can go outside, and they've been wanting to go outside, guys. We have to fight them at the door every day.
Yep.
Every day, like 5 times a day.
Every time we do let them out for a little bit, and that we keep a watch on them, Rose, she likes to go next to the log because there's like a little hole that the dog's digged up, and it's covered with leaves.
Yeah.
Rose likes to lay there.
I know. She wants to sunbath and dirt bath, right?
Yeah.
I know. They're animals. They want to be outside.
And Socks blends in perfectly like with the shed.
Yeah.
And also Rose blends in perfectly with the logs.
Yeah. You know, and then there's Mittens. Mittens the skittens,
Blends in
man.
with anything.
He is one that we're going to have to fight to keep out of the house, though. I have a feeling. He's going to be the one that's always trying to go in. Because he likes to get up on the counters and smack things and be a nuisance, huh, Abe?
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, though, with Sam, we taught Sam to not do that.
Yeah, Sam is pretty
Sam's an
respectful.
inside and an outside cat.
Yeah. Sam's pretty respectful. He's been yeeted a couple of times, so he learned.
Yeah.
He learned. But yeah, so we got to do that later on today, and I'm not exactly too sure on what we're going to be able to get done. I mean, we're going to get home at a reasonable time. It's still pretty early right now, and by the time that all this is done, we should be home at a reasonable time. If it's not dumping on us, and if it's not super windy, we might get up on the roof today.
There might be some stuff that we can get going
Maybe.
and rolling.
But if it is, then, you know, that's all right. There's a couple other things that we're going to work on while it is raining, because this storm, although kind of underwhelming at the moment,
It's still blowing through.
It is, and it's going to linger for like 5 days. So they say, like, we're not in the clear for a sunshiny day until what, Tuesday?
So like something like that, Monday, Tuesday next week.
Yeah. So
we'll see what happens.
There is some other stuff, though, that we're going to start getting ready that we need to do. One of those things is the back deck patio, because that's covered outside.
Yeah, there's some stuff that we can do back over there.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that we can do. There's always stuff that we can do.
Oh yeah.
So
It's never ending.
I ain't too worried about any of it. You know, we'll be moving and shaking and grooving and getting a lot of things going.
Yeah.
This month is going to be a big month.
Huge, guys. If only we could tell you everything that we have up our sleeve, but we don't want to yet until everything is like straight up completely set, because you know we got a game plan, or we have a game plan, not a set plan, and sometimes the game plan has to get moved and adjusted here and there. But I'll just say this, if everything goes according to the way that we want, in about 5 weeks from now, right? About 5 weeks ish? Right about 5 weeks from now, the house on the exterior is going to be completely different. It's going to involve a lot of work from us. It's going to involve a lot of getting her done. But as long as the weather holds out, man, I don't see any reason why we can't. Like, that's the biggest thing right now is the weather, dude. Because when we're going to go pick up materials, you can only do it on certain days. When we're going to go and do the work, you can only do it on certain days. And both of us are just to the point where we're like, man, I am so tired of being a slave to the weather and having to like schedule everything that we want to do according to the weather. And we're trying to really get ourselves to that point where all we're working with is like inside stuff.
Yep.
But you know, we're not quite there yet. We don't want to go and buy all of the electricity and stuff to run it yet, because we have other things that we want to spend our finances on. And again, when you only got one pot and you got to spread it in all these different ways, you got a order of operations of things. And so, yeah.
We're trying to get things rolling and get things going the correct way, one way or another, you know. So it's getting there. It's a lot of back and forth with certain things and trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna do the order of operations on it, you know. And there's a lot, and I can't wait to share it with you guys this next month.
Yep.
With everything that we've got going on.
We're just gonna make you guys hold out just a little bit longer.
It's gonna be insane.
A little bit longer.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, but we got big plans for like the next 5 weeks, guys. Like big plans. It's gonna change the whole feel.
The whole feel.
The whole feel. It's gonna be so different, and it's gonna be relieving a lot of stress. I know that ultimately, once we get the roof on, I feel like our stress level is going to be immediately cut in half. This roof situation has been something that we've been stressing over since last year, when we started building the back patio covering and connecting it into the roof. That was the beginning of the roof stress saga. All right, and then we finished all of that off, and then, you know, now we did the mud room, and that was another set of stress. And I'm to the point where I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I want to get this darn thing covered and keep it pushing on to the next thing, you know. But we're not there yet, and you can't wish it away. And you know, as much as certain times in this build have been very stressful and aggravating, and when we sit there and we wish that it's over with, I know that in like my heart that these moments and these times are times that we're going to look back on, and I think we'll have a whole new appreciation of it when it's over with. And I say that with confidence because, for example, Exhibit A, right? Digging in the dirt. SimpleLifeReclaimed. In the moment, there were times where it was just like, why are we doing this to ourselves? We can just rent the machine and we can get this finished, you know, in a day. However, the persevering that we did and seeing if we had what it takes to see this build through, I'm always reminding myself of those particular times when we first moved out here and we spent our entire summer digging and suffering in the dirt, because it gave us a lot of character building, and it gave us a lot of, well, if we can do this, then we can do this.
Yep.
And, you know, the next step that we had to jump over was learning how to do block work and stuff. Not easy task, but... And if we could do that, then we could do the next step. And so over and over again, it's just been a continual proving to ourselves that if we can do this, then we can do this. And just not giving up when it gets hard. And guys, it's been very, very hard. but so worth it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
There's a lot to it, you know, and we're at the pinnacle point where it's going to start really wrapping up, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome. So,
one day at a time.
One day at a time, one little thing at a time. And by the time it's all said and done, we'll be able to kick back, relax, and enjoy our coffee on our back deck.
Yeah. Or in our mudroom, depending on which way the wind blows that day, huh?
Oh, pretty much. Pretty much.
Mudroom, I think, will be more like wintertime when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Back deck will be more like summertime or springtime or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know.
It's going to be nice. I can't wait. But
Yep.
it's going to be good. I'm so excited with all the plans that we've got going on. It's we got a lot going on, though. A lot.
Yeah,
and
so do our friends, man. We've been really busy trying to carve out time to help out our friends. You know, Des is looking for property out here. She found her beautiful property. Finally, it took a couple of tries. And I feel bad, man. She was jerked around on so many different particular properties. And then now she's finally got the one, and she's been making steady progress and making all the contacts and everything, trying to get everything set for her.
Yeah.
So we've been helping her out with that. You know, she's been staying with us on the days that she's not actually working in the other state. She drives out of state to go to work, and then she drives back and then like parks at Camp Life for a while and stays with us for a few days and kind of like as a home base. And then she'll go to her property and go and do all of her stuff. And so we're helping her out with that a little bit with ideas. She's picking our brain and all that. And then of course, you know, we're helping David with certain things in the background. Also Mike and Lissa and Anthony and Rox. And it's all starting to kind of go full circle for everybody in our area. So it's not just for us, but it's for all of our friends. And I tell you what, we've just been staying non-stop busy because everyone's got such huge things going on this year. 2025 is definitely a transformative year for all of us.
Yeah.
It's exciting though, but it's also, you know, there's a lot of growing pains in that. You know, when you change, sometimes it can be, you know, growing pains.
No.
But I don't know. Anyway, just thinking out loud.
I know. We got so excited for the next couple of steps. This weather can go away though.
Yeah. We're all kind of like, I know we were
This weather can go away.
We were hanging out with Mike and Lissa yesterday, helping them out with some stuff, and then we ended up back on Come On Mountain at the very end of the day. And we were talking with David, and David is just like, I'm so sick of this rain. It can go away. You know what it is? It's the mud. It's the mud. It's the season of mud.
It's the dealing with the mud and dealing with all that is more frustrating than anything else, you know?
Yeah. I mean, vehicles get stuck, you know, like you move stuff or you set stuff up all nice and pretty and get it all graded out and everything, and you drive in it and now there's big ruts and it's just...
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
It is what it is. Got to deal with it. Can't change it.
Well, but we are rolling into town.
Yep.
And we're going to go get these errands ran and everything else like that.
Hey, since we're in town, do you want me to pop into the chiropractor for you?
I might, yep. I might be doing that. I got to triple check and see.
If he's open today?
He's open. What time?
Yeah, they got weird hours sometimes.
It is what it is. Yeah. I've gotten used to it now. It's all chiropractors.
We're going to see what we can do. We're going to pop in here. We're going to run our Fort Smith errands and, you know, make it back at the house. I'm going to give you guys a quick look real quick. Look at the sky, guys. It's a little threatening, like, but at the same time, like I said, it's been underwhelming. It's like, where's the big dump that they claimed? Where?
We haven't.
When?
We barely had any sprinkles on the way in. Yeah. And that was a while ago.
Look at the sky. I mean, it's dark, right? It's dark. It looks gloomy. But it's not raining or anything. You could tell it's windy. Like, look at the trees blowing around.
It looks like rain back there.
It does.
But...
yeah. Looks like we're driving towards it, but I don't know. And you could tell the high wind. I mean, look at all the trees. They're moving.
They're moving and a grooving, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to get done. I know that we had scheduled for this week to be rain, so we have all these other things that we had pre-planned to do, so we're probably going to just work on those things. However, with Metal Day, with the friends and stuff imminent, we want to try to wrap certain things up before everybody comes.
Yep.
Everything's on like a time crunch, but anyways.
It is.
It is what it is. But we're going to rock on out of here, friends. I'm going to try to do my best to get a video together for you guys and have it come out like later this afternoon. I'm thinking I'm going to put up that blooper reel. Give you guys some good giggles. Because that should be pretty easy for me to get together and put out. And I got so much content in the backlog as well. Gary's been steady getting it with a lot of this stuff. You guys know that like the valleys are up. You guys know the drip edges are in. And there's other things and stuff that we've been working on. So I'm going to start doing the steady trickle of all of that too. So you guys got that to look forward to. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. I hope that you guys are well. Stay dry. Stay happy and comfy wherever you are. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.